Mrs. Durant, as you said in your opening statement, you got into this race due to your experience during the protests last year. But are there any criminal justice reforms that you think are needed in the Commonwealth? And if so, what are they?
Thank you. As I said earlier, public safety is a critical issue in our community, and it's a key component of my campaign. Virginians deserve to feel safe from violence and unrest in the streets. So, my principles are ensuring that the Commonwealth makes public safety a core function of government through policies and investments that strengthen and promote law enforcement. Virginians deserve to feel safe place to live, work, and raise a family. And right now, what we're seeing is crime at a 20-year high. My priority is to be protecting victims rather than criminals, and improving the morale amongst our law enforcement so that we're able to attract and retain the law enforcement that we have currently on staff, and to ensure tough yet fair sentencing. We need to continue to, as I said before, provide law enforcement with the resources they need so they can effectively do their job to keep us all safe.
Reverend Cole, 1 minute.
Thank you. I think everyone deserves to feel safe and wants to feel safe, especially here in Virginia. But I think the question specifically was about criminal justice reform. And we've been working very, very hard in the Virginia General Assembly, changing and making sure that Virginia feels safer for everyone, but also for our returning citizens, those who are coming back home or those who are being put behind bars. We want to make sure that we are making sure that people, once they've done their time, they come back home and can be reintegrated into society. That's why this past General Assembly session, I voted to make sure we do restoration of rights, automatic restoration of rights when citizen comes home. And we're also want to take a look. We have numerous complaints from citizens coming into our office about what's happening in our jails. We want to make sure we're going into that, taking a look into that, and making sure that people feel safe, both outside, and making sure that the victims of a crime feel safe and they understand the importance of making sure we pass judgment and that we hold criminals responsible, but also making sure we're taking care of our returning citizens when they come home as well.
Mrs. Durant, you have a 30-second rebuttal if you like.
Absolutely. I believe justice should be blind to no matter what, to race, to color, to greed. And while I agree that there are areas of our criminal justice system that do need reform, I also believe we should put the victims before the offenders. I also believe that reforms to our criminal justice system should not come at the expense of damaging the morale of our law enforcement officers, or worse yet, exposing them to the frivolous lawsuit and civil damages that can come from repealing qualified immunity.